Hi Marcus, thanks for doing this interview with us today. We're very grateful to have some of your time here at Malta Cannabis Summit. How did you find the event so far?
This event was pretty extraordinary. Having done quite a lot of conferences so far, I would definitely say that this has brought a higher standard of speakers and attendees. I've met persons here that are licensees and potential licensees from countries all over. So it's pretty impressive.
Okay, so for those who don't know, what is your current role within the cannabis space?
I am a qualified expert and a certified expert. I actually hold 73 qualifications next to my bachelor's degree in research science. So I'm supposed to be one of the highest qualified persons on paper within the industry. I did this because I knew that governments, when they were ready to get into the space, would seek to hire foreign consultants and maybe consultants that weren't familiar with the industry. So I decided to try to become more qualified in these persons. Now I'm a medicinal cannabis expert. I'm a policy specialist and advisor. I've been the sole advisor to the governments of Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, my country, Trinidad and Tobago. Last year or so, where I've written the primary and subsidiary legislation for them guiding the medical cannabis industry down there. But what I bring is an international policy approach that keeps us in line with the international drug treaties, which is very important for our country to bring substantial revenue to the country, seeks to eliminate the black market of the country, seeks to provide and ensure safe quality medication to patients, and ensures a proper tracking and monitoring to ensure accountability, recalls if necessary, and to ensure proper medical standpoint and freedom.
Since being involved in the cannabis industry, what are some of the most difficult challenges you would say that you've faced?
You know, I faced quite a lot of challenges over the years in terms of getting into the industry due to the lack of regulation and legislation. However, that's something we've all heard about, I'm sure, a long time. So what I will say to that question is that within this year, especially having been the regulator for certain countries, my biggest fight is with companies that are trying to monopolize the industry. They're seeking to help countries with their regulations, but in helping, they're setting regulations for them to become the only company or the only one of 2 or 3 companies allowed to do business in that country for the first few years. Sure, they're bringing jobs to the local citizens and all these things, but they're never allowing the local citizens to raise themselves to become the same level of company. I view this as a form of colonialization, and I don't like it. So this has been my problem with the industry recently.
Thank you. Can you tell us a bit about a few other events that you have been or that you're due to attend?
Well, I've spoken all over the world. Actually, I've done Costa Rica, all over the Carribean, of course, Europe before. This year so far, at least this half of the year, I should say, within the last few weeks, I've been doing Barbados, Jamaica, St. Vincent, Trinidad. We've had a number of consultations, of course, that side of the world. I've been invited to speak in Colombia at the end of this month. Just spoke in Prague at 2 events in Czech Republic. Now here for this one in Malta, and in a couple of days I'm heading off to Germany to speak again.
So very busy, very busy.
Yes.
How do you view the current cannabis space in the EU, especially the UK? What would you say are the challenges that need to be most focused on?
Governments need to understand that they don't need to fear when putting regulatory framework in place for this Schedule 1 substance, as we already have regulatory framework for other Schedule 1 substances. What we do have to look at is the traditional aspects, the medical aspects, the cultural aspects within each country, even especially the UK. How much cannabis is used on a regular basis. The UK government has statistics through their drug offices for these things, and start looking at a system that is more inclusive. Something that would allow for closure of the black market within the UK itself. Just to give an example, California and Colorado in the US has dispensaries and retail markets, but the price point is the black market price plus taxes. Whereas we can proper regulation, we can elucidate some level of small level of price control, whereby we can keep a product at the dispensary and retail level at a better quality and better price than the black market. Through the simple demand reduction at that point, we will leave the black market in non-cultivation countries like the UK, like Trinidad and Tobago, my country. So I would advise UK and any other government to seek the best of consultants and the most qualified of consultants out there, and at least go forward with the right regulation. Make sure that you get the right information. Do not work with a company that is seeking licenses in your country to allow that company to write your regulation, because obviously they are going to write the regulation and set it for themselves as they are doing now with so many other countries. Don't become a statistic, UK. Don't allow for monopoly. Allow your citizens and your countrymen to be able to enter this industry and to be able to achieve the benefits that this industry has to offer. That's the advice I give to you at this point.
Brilliant advice, thank you. What are your views on the future of the cannabis space globally? Do you feel that both recreational and medical are both instrumental in the growth of the industry?
Cannabis itself is a medicine and a medicinal plant, and I say that because even persons who use, according to them, recreationally, they use the substance to alleviate some form of ailment, from the simplest level of stress to various psychological conditions that they may not even be aware that they are undergoing. But a person who describes recreational use of cannabis usually says to you, I use this to relax at the end of a day of work, or I use this to have a quarrel at home and to keep calm. And this is medicinal effects. These are psychoactive effects of whether it be CBD or not. I've had a conversation with somebody who said, isn't CBD psychoactive? Doesn't it affect your brain? Yes, it does, and it affects the receptors in your brain. Just because it gives a different psychoactive effect doesn't mean that it's not psychoactive. So I would say that recreational, we follow along international guidelines and treaties which allow some medical and scientific, and they do this to protect public health and safety. We don't want to say adult use, whereby then someone goes that is taking a medication that you're not supposed to take while you're in cannabis, because there are medications you're not supposed to be using while on cannabis, and use this in a recreational setting and then cause harm to themselves. So in a medical setting, or I wouldn't say strict medical, but leaving it in a sole medical setting allows for persons to be recommended or be prescribed this thing, while the physician or the recommender who's qualified would know whether they're able to have this substance without any negative effects.
Thank you. How important do you feel responsible marketing is to drive more adoption of the cannabis market?
Well, responsible marketing is a big word. It's not just marketing, it's responsible marketing. Many activists in the field of cannabis are pro-activists. Many don't accept the negative aspects of cannabis, of which there are some, of course, as with any substance. Cancer is one of the things, because we know it's a heavy anti-cancer medication. Most activists think that it can't cause cancer by use of smoking. Of course, if you smoke any substance, you're going to create carcinogenic substances, and it can cause cancer. So I would say that the responsible marketing needs to be just that, responsible. It needs to take into account both the pros and the cons, the positives and the negatives, all sides of the cannabis discussion, and look at it from all different perspectives. And when doing that level of marketing, especially through public consultation or even some level of referendum, and Commonwealth doesn't really do referendum voting or anything, but putting things to the people through public consultation can give a government an idea as to what direction people want it. And just as a reminder, a government is an executive board that is elected by the owners of a country, the people and the citizens of the country, because all of us can't run the business of the country. So we elect an executive, as with any company, and this government is our elected executive. They work for us. We hire them, we can fire them. We are the ones that need to stand up for our rights and make sure that our executive board is doing the right thing. It's like any business, you're the owner of a business and you have a directorship. They can rob you, they can steal from you, they cannot do the best things in your interest. You as the owner, what do you have to do? You have to ensure that your business is running the right way. You have to stand up and say, listen, this is what I want and this is what it's supposed to be. Keep coming together because togetherness and unity is the way to go. Remember the country is yours.
Brilliant. How important do you feel responsible influencer marketing is in spreading the word? So when we say responsible, we mean how important is it that the influencers are both educated and educated on the safe use of cannabis products?
Well, it goes back to the very last point I made, which is the availability and the ability for persons to discuss both the positive and negative sides of the industry. An activist is usually a pro-activist and usually looks for specifically the positive aspects of the drug and what they see, while completely ignoring the negative aspects, of which there are some. So we need to look at it from both perspectives, and therefore finding persons that are qualified within the industry and learning from those persons, because obviously it's the same thing. If someone goes to school and they study a particular course of study, they become qualified in it, they become so qualified, they become an expert in it, and then the field or the job or the position arises, and a government and a country decides, oh, let's give it to someone else from another country or company because they say they've been doing this business for a long time or so. What message does that send to the children of a nation? Education is supposed to be one of the most important facets of any society. What are we saying? That if you go to school, you study this thing and job comes up, we're giving it to somebody else because they have money? Because they say they have a company elsewhere. You studied it, you became qualified. So yes, qualification within the industry is one of the most important aspects. Education, one of the most important aspects. And it's something that needs to be furthered. Just as an example, from the international treaties and down to the laws in countries that regulated, a portion of the revenue from the industry must go back into public education of drugs and cannabis and so forth. Right? So, and also another portion must go into local scientific research. Proper research and proper proposals, not just anything, it's not a free for all, give away money, but to encourage education and knowledge. Increase, that's what we're looking at.
Do you feel that we should be looking at more ways of using raw cannabis as opposed to mixing with other chemicals or synthetic medications?
That's a loaded question. Here's the thing. There's a chemical aspect of things. Yes, there's synthetic cannabinoids, which is totally different. Those are synthesized to replicate the molecule of the cannabis plant and usually exist in the same molecular form, but as a different isotope and therefore can produce different therapeutic effects. You see things like nabalone, which is a synthesized THC, causing a whole different feeling negatively, in fact, for most patients than what THC would produce. So being able to synthesize, though, is a regular part of the pharmaceutical industry, since most active ingredients we find in plants or animals exist in small quantities. So it is a normal part of the pharmaceutical industry, synthesis. However, this being a plant that can complete its full cycle in 4 months, from seed to finish, and that means a minimum of 3 crops a year. And through perpetual harvest, one can harvest on a weekly basis if you wanted to. The need for synthesis may not be here because we may be able to harvest as much natural active ingredients from the plants as we need to, and therefore it may not be necessary. Now, in the idea of raw cannabis flower as opposed to pharmaceuticals or drugs, you have to, there's been a misunderstanding and confusion in the industry about this. And what I've done is I've set a new principle within the Caribbean countries I've legislated, which is a definition and interpretation of non-prescribable medicinal cannabis and prescribable medicinal cannabis. Prescribable meaning cannabis you can get a standardized dosage from, so a product, and non-prescribable meaning one you can't get a standardized dosage from. This is just making it simple, it's a little more tape, but you cannot prescribe a flower through traditional prescription methods. There's no standardized dosage. So these things need to be recommended by the physicians who are already trained to give such recommendations and so forth. And then those persons can access the product in dispensary. Now, I've separated prescribable medicinal products to go to pharmacies and non-prescribable to go to factor to dispensaries because there's a big difference between the model. Non-prescribable products, flowers and so forth have a lot of noxious smells. You can't just give a patient a flower and say this will work. It's usually a trial run where they see, smell, taste. And you don't want to have these things in a pharmacy where kids are around. So it's akin to having alcohol in a supermarket and having the very next aisle filled with candy. Right? It's something that shouldn't be done, and big love to Canada, who's separated their alcohol from the supermarkets and now has dedicated liquor stores, which is something we'd like to encourage. And along those lines and principles, dispensaries should not follow pharmacies; it should be a separate entity. Now, pharmacists should be the ones dispensing at the dispensaries because they're qualified. Although we're asking pharmacists to do the cannabinoid courses too because they were never taught cannabinoid education. So they don't know about this stuff. If the pharmacist is not available, then we're saying, because we come from smaller islands, there'll be less people. If a pharmacist is not available for a business, we're not limiting the business to having to have a pharmacist. But after they've sought a pharmacist, if one is not available, then we can hire someone else who is qualified that is a non-pharmacist. And that's the direction.
So this one's a bit more of a personal question. For a disclaimer if you need to. But are you a cannabis user yourself?
I use cannabis in countries where I am legislated to do so. So I am within the confines of the law.
Brilliant. And last question, aside from your own, what major projects or movements are you supporting or would you like to see happening?
Well, I don't really have a project of my own. I come from the educational standpoint and consulting standpoint. I don't even consult usually under the brand of my company. I consult as an individual because, under the brand for bank purposes and all that, because we understand how financial transactions are supposed to take place. But my main interest right now is to get the right advice and right policy to governments. As I said earlier, there are a number of companies that are trying to advise governments to help themselves monopolize those countries. And I'm totally against that. It's already going to be an industry that is very exclusive due to the high cost of meeting standards and regulations for a controlled substance. So it's only going to be handfuls of people in the industry. It's a terrible political decision for any government to say only 1 or 2 or 3 licenses in the previous 5 years. As people of any country that does that should not stand for it. They should get up and say that is monopoly. It's for certain persons, it's for the few and not the many. That is wrong. Cannabis should never become cotton, sugarcane, cocoa, or coffee. Right? All those products, especially within the Carribean, right, are still under some level of colonialization, and we are not standing here. Cannabis should never become this. There are ways to effect proper regulations in each country to stay in compliance, to be able to have domestic markets, which countries should focus on, to be able to effect export markets through proper regulations and standards. And my goal now is to make sure that all these countries start off with the right approach. After that, I can look into the business side. Because if the right approach isn't there now, the business is not going to succeed in the end. So why pull the cart before the horse? Basically, as they say in the UK, I think, right? So, and we do in the Caribbean now also. So it's something that you have to do step by step. And luckily, as much as I may be a person with a little bit of an ego, I'm proud to say that I believe I've gotten rid of greed in my life, because you said it's a personal question. And we're not rich, we're middle class, but I don't see money being something of that level of importance that I must put it ahead of everything else in my life. So the money will come when the money comes. Now it's time to get the right thing and the right course of things happening. Prevent the monopolies, allow for inclusion for persons who've been in the industry before, for poor persons especially, for citizens, basically, right? Why make the wealthy wealthier? When, as now, don't misunderstand me. I understand cooperation, I understand where money and finances comes into all consumable products and all products for that matter in terms of building a product and a brand. But we shouldn't be seeking to just hire people to work for countries, to raise people and make sure that they become bigger than what they can be or what they are at this point in time. If you're an employer, you should raise your employees and not try to keep up with the employee because he's good. Basically, that's the point I'm trying to. for government to look at with their bosses, the citizens.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time today. It's been amazing speaking to you, and all the best for the future.
Thank you.